They say age slows you down, but what if the truth is, you just stopped moving the right way? After 60, every stiff joint, every wave of fatigue, every "I just don't have the energy anymore" moment has less to do with age and more to do with circulation, posture, and forgotten muscles. You don't need a gym or equipment, just a chair and 5 hidden movements that quietly restore what time has taken: your strength, balance, and youthful energy. These are not just exercises. They're tiny daily miracles that wake your body up from the inside out. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe and join our growing family of seniors, choosing strength over struggle. Every week, we share simple, doctor-backed routines that bring back balance, energy, and confidence right from your home. So pull up a chair, take a deep breath, and let's start moving together. The seated march, reigniting circulation and youthful flow. If you've ever noticed how a short walk used to wake up your entire body, your mood lifted, your mind cleared, and even your skin seemed to glow, that's circulation doing its quiet magic. But as we age, and especially after 60, many of us stop walking as often or as freely. The result? Blood flow slows, our legs feel heavy, our energy drops, and we begin to mistake that sluggishness for aging itself. The truth is, your body still knows how to move youthfully. It just needs a gentle reminder. That's exactly what the seated march provides, a safe, joint-friendly way to restore circulation, strength, and vitality without ever leaving your chair. Imagine this: you're sitting tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the ground. You take a deep breath, lift one knee slowly toward your chest, lower it gently, and then lift the other, a calm, rhythmic march, like a heartbeat expressed through movement. At first, it might feel simple, even easy, but within moments, you'll sense a subtle warmth rising through your thighs, your calves, and even your chest. That warmth is life returning, oxygen rushing back into sleepy tissues, your heart gently pumping energy throughout your body. What makes this exercise so powerful for those over 60 isn't its intensity, it's its accessibility. It's a movement your body already understands. There's no fear of falling, no strain on your knees or hips, no equipment to adjust. You can do it while watching television, during a phone call, or even while listening to your favorite song. And yet, behind its simplicity lies a cascade of benefits that doctors love: improved circulation, better heart health, stronger leg muscles, and sharper brain function. When you march from a seated position, you're doing more than moving your legs. You're waking up your entire cardiovascular system. Now, let's break it down step by step, because form is everything when you want results without injury. Sit upright, shoulders relaxed. Back away from the chair, if possible, to engage your core. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Begin by lifting one knee as high as is comfortable, no jerking, no rushing. Lower it gently, then lift the other knee. Start slow, 5 marches per leg, breathing steadily. As your body warms, aim for 20 to 30 repetitions on each side. Feel the rhythm: left, right, like your body remembering a dance it once loved. To add more benefit, you can rest your hands lightly on your thighs to feel the muscles working, or move your arms as if walking. This activates the upper body and boosts calorie burn slightly, improving coordination between the upper and lower halves of your body. It's amazing how such a small movement can improve motor control, something that quietly declines as we age but is vital for independence. Over time, you'll notice changes that go beyond the surface. Your legs will feel lighter, your feet less cold, and your posture more upright. That's because the seated march stimulates not only blood flow but also lymphatic movement, helping your body remove waste and inflammation. Many seniors who begin this practice report that their ankles no longer swell as much, their balance improves, and even their digestion feels smoother. That's not a coincidence. Healthy circulation means every system in your body gets the nourishment it needs. You can think of this exercise as your daily internal reset button. 10 minutes of seated marching in the morning can do wonders for your alertness and energy levels. Try another round in the afternoon when fatigue usually strikes. You'll find your mind sharper and your spirit calmer. The act of moving rhythmically also releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that naturally elevate mood and reduce anxiety. You might not realize it at first, but you're also training your heart to be more efficient, your lungs to expand more fully, and your brain to receive more oxygen-rich blood. If you've struggled with walking because of arthritis, poor balance, or recovery from surgery, this exercise is a gift. It lets you rebuild your strength gradually, without fear. Each lift of the knee is a promise, a step toward reclaiming your vitality. And once you regain confidence in your movement, you'll find yourself wanting to stand and walk again, maybe even take short strolls outside. That's how the seated march becomes the bridge between inactivity and independence. Let's add one small but powerful tip: breathe with your march. Inhale as you lift your knee. Exhale as you lower it. This rhythmic breathing harmonizes your body's natural tempo and keeps your nervous system calm. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes for a few seconds and simply feel the motion, the heartbeat, the breath, the warmth building from within. It's mindfulness in motion. Remember, reversing aging isn't about turning back time. It's about improving how your body feels right now. The seated march does exactly that. With every gentle lift and breath, you're restoring vitality to your legs, oxygen to your brain, and confidence to your spirit. It's simple, it's safe, and it's something you can start today, because youthfulness isn't lost with age. It's rebuilt with movement. So the next time your body feels heavy, your energy low, or your mood fading, don't reach for another cup of coffee. Reach for a chair, sit tall, march lightly, and remind your body what it was born to do: move, circulate, and live with energy that never truly left you. It was just waiting to be awakened. The shoulder roll and reach, unlocking energy trapped in tension. If you've ever noticed how tension seems to live in your shoulders, how they creep up toward your ears when you're stressed, cold, or tired, you're not alone. After 60, this hidden tension often becomes a quiet thief of energy. It pulls the neck forward, tightens the upper back, restricts breathing, and leaves you feeling drained before the day even begins. The good news: you can free that trapped energy, release years of stiffness, and restore your natural posture, all while sitting comfortably in your chair. This is the gift of the shoulder roll and reach, one of the simplest yet most powerful anti-aging exercises for anyone over 60. Think of your shoulders as a bridge between your body and your mind. When they're tight, your whole system feels heavy. When they open, your body relaxes, your breathing deepens, and your energy flows again. The shoulder roll and reach doesn't just stretch muscles, it wakes up nerves, improves blood flow to the brain, and releases built-up emotional tension that can quietly weigh you down. It's like taking a deep sigh through movement, a way to tell your body, it's okay to let go now. Here's how you begin. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, hands resting gently on your thighs. Close your eyes for a moment and take one deep, slow breath. Now, as you inhale, lift your shoulders up toward your ears. As you exhale, roll them slowly back and down, letting the shoulder blades glide gently toward each other. Repeat this motion slowly, up, back, and down, feeling the warmth spread across your neck and upper back. Do this 5 times, breathing deeply with each roll. You might hear a soft crackle or feel light tightness at first. That's just your muscles remembering how to move. With each roll, you're releasing stiffness that might have built up from years of sitting, driving, or working at a desk. Now, once your shoulders are warm, add the reach. Extend your arms forward as if gently pushing away a wall. Then open them wide, palms facing out, and reach slightly above your head. Stretch as if you're waking up the morning sky. Hold for a second, then lower your arms slowly, returning to your lap. This reach movement activates your upper spine, chest, and lungs, 3 areas that often go dormant with age. It improves posture by drawing your chest open, strengthens the small stabilizing muscles between your shoulder blades, and even enhances breathing capacity. You'll notice, within just a few repetitions, that your breath deepens naturally. Your chest expands more fully, and you feel an invisible pressure lifting from your upper body. That's not just physical, it's emotional too. We store stress in our shoulders more than anywhere else. By moving them, you're not only improving circulation, you're unburdening your spirit. Now let's connect this movement with a rhythm. Imagine inhaling as you roll your shoulders up and reach, exhaling as you roll them back and down. Do 10 rounds at your own pace, with smooth, relaxed movements. You can do this exercise first thing in the morning to awaken your body, or in the evening to unwind before bed. The best part, it's so discreet that you can even do it while sitting at your desk, watching TV, or talking on the phone. Why does this simple movement reverse aging signs? Because shoulder tension limits blood flow to the neck and brain. When that flow is restored, your posture improves, your facial muscles relax, and your skin even appears more radiant due to better oxygen delivery. Many seniors notice fewer headaches, better sleep, and even sharper memory after just a week of practicing these movements daily. That's the subtle but powerful link between relaxation and rejuvenation. Let's talk about safety and progression. If you have shoulder pain, arthritis, or limited mobility, keep the movements small and gentle. Focus on the breath more than the range. Even a half-inch of motion, done with mindful breathing, brings results. If your joints allow, gradually increase the reach, higher, or interlace your fingers overhead and stretch slightly to one side, then the other. This gentle side reach opens up your ribs and enhances flexibility through your torso, a gift to your spine and lungs. Over time, the shoulder roll and reach becomes more than an exercise. It becomes a daily ritual, a moment to realign your body, your thoughts, and your breathing. Many people describe it as feeling like they've taken off a heavy coat after a few minutes of practice. That lightness you feel isn't imaginary. It's real energy that was trapped in tight muscles, now set free. Try this for just 5 minutes each day, especially when you feel tired or emotionally tense. You'll notice that your breathing slows, your shoulders drop naturally, and even your thoughts quiet down. That's because physical relaxation triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in calm and heal mode. When this system is active, digestion improves, inflammation lowers, and energy replenishes more efficiently. Aging gracefully isn't about resisting time, it's about restoring flow. The shoulder roll and reach does exactly that. Every slow circle of your shoulders, Every gentle upward stretch sends your body a message. I am alive. I am open. I am ready to move again. So, the next time your neck feels stiff or your shoulders ache from the weight of the day, don't ignore it. Breathe, roll, and reach. In just a few minutes, you'll feel lighter, calmer, and more alive. Because sometimes, all your energy needs is permission to move again, and that permission begins with you. The seated core sway, waking up the forgotten muscles. Have you ever caught yourself sitting for hours, only to realize your lower back feels stiff? Your stomach muscles seem asleep, and your balance isn't what it used to be. That's not just aging, that's your core quietly shutting down from years of After 60, the deep muscles that stabilize your spine and keep you steady. Your abs, obliques, and lower back tend to weaken, not because they're old, but because modern life rarely asks them to move. The seated core sway is a gentle, powerful way to wake those forgotten muscles back up, safely, effectively, and right from your chair. Think of your core as your body's control center. Every movement from standing up to reaching for a glass begins there. When the core weakens, you don't just lose strength, you lose balance, coordination, and even confidence in your body. That's why this exercise is so transformative. It doesn't demand crunches, planks, or pain. It simply invites your body to rediscover movement through small, rhythmic sways that train stability from the inside out. Let's begin. Sit tall in your chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Place your hands lightly on your thighs or rest them on your hips for awareness. Now, take a deep breath. As you exhale, gently lean your upper body forward about 2 inches, not slumping, but hinging from the hips. Then inhale as you lean slightly back, keeping your spine long. Feel your stomach muscles tighten slightly to control the motion. This is your forward back sway, slow, steady, and full of control. Do 5 rounds to start, breathing with every motion. Next, shift side to side. Lean slightly to the right, keeping your chest open and shoulders level. Feel your left side engage to keep you upright. Then sway gently to the left, letting your right side activate. Keep your movements small and mindful. You're not rocking wildly, but rather balancing on your own axis, as if your belly button were the center of a compass drawing tiny circles. These subtle motions engage the deep stabilizing muscles, the inner corset that supports your spine. At first, it may feel almost too easy, but don't underestimate it. Within a few minutes, you'll start to feel a soft warmth in your abdomen and lower back, proof that muscles long dormant are waking up. What makes this exercise magical is that it retrains your proprioception, your body's sense of where it is in space. As we age, this sense can dull, increasing the risk of imbalance or falls. The seated core sway helps reawaken that inner awareness, improving posture and stability without any strain. If you want to deepen the effect, imagine drawing small figure eights with your upper body, forward, right, back, left, as though your spine were a flexible ribbon, gently moving through space. Keep your hips grounded, your breathing steady, and your movements fluid. This circular motion tones the obliques and encourages the spine to stay mobile, preventing stiffness that often leads to lower back pain. Let's talk about what happens inside your body during this simple routine. Each sway gently compresses and releases your abdominal and spinal tissues, stimulating blood flow and nourishing the intervertebral discs, those tiny cushions between your vertebrae that need motion to stay healthy. You're also strengthening your diaphragm as you breathe deeply through the movements, improving oxygen flow and digestion. One of the most overlooked benefits is emotional. The core is closely tied to our sense of security and stability, physically and psychologically. When your core is strong and active, you don't just move better, you feel safer, more grounded, and more capable. Many seniors describe feeling anchored after just a few sessions of this exercise, as if their body and mind were finally in sync again. Now, if you deal with chronic back pain or limited mobility, don't worry. The beauty of the seated core sway is that you control every inch of motion. Even a 1-inch sway can strengthen the muscles and reawaken nerve communication. If sitting unsupported feels difficult, use the backrest lightly at first, and gradually reduce reliance on it as your strength improves. You can even place your hands across your chest to challenge your balance slightly as you progress. For best results, practice this movement daily, 3 to 5 minutes in the morning to wake up your spine, and another few minutes in the evening to unwind it. Pairing it with slow breathing multiplies the benefits. Inhale as you sway forward, exhale as you return to center. You'll soon notice you're sitting taller, turning more easily, and even walking with smoother coordination. The seated core sway is more than an exercise, it's a reconnection. It reminds your body that age does not erase strength, it merely hides it beneath layers of stillness. With every sway, you peel those layers away, rediscovering balance, vitality, and presence. So, the next time you feel stiff, tired, or unsteady, don't reach for another cushion or backrest. Sit tall, close your eyes. The chair pushed off building strength without stress after 60. One of the most common fears people quietly carry is losing independence, the simple ability to stand up, lift things, or move with confidence. What many don't realize is that this independence depends on one essential quality: strength. but not the kind that comes from lifting heavy weights or exhausting workouts. Rather, the kind that builds quietly, safely, and steadily through smart movement. The chair push-off is one of those movements, a simple, low-impact exercise that helps you rebuild power in your legs, arms, and core, without putting your joints at risk. If you've ever struggled to get out of a deep chair or found yourself gripping the armrest for support, this is the perfect exercise to start reclaiming your stability and strength. It mimics that very motion standing, but in a controlled, partial range that trains your muscles without strain. Over time, it improves your ability to rise, walk, and even climb stairs more confidently. Let's begin. Sit in a sturdy chair, ideally one without wheels, and place your feet flat on the ground, shouldered width apart. Keep your knees at a 90-degree angle. Now, place your hands firmly on the sides of the chair or on your thighs. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press down through your palms and feet, tightening your thighs and glutes as if you're about to stand but don't actually rise all the way. Lift your hips just an inch or two off the seat, hold for 2 seconds, then gently lower yourself back down. That's one repetition of the chair push-off, simple, but surprisingly effective. You'll feel your chest, shoulders, triceps, thighs, and glutes working together. It's a full-body collaboration, and a gentle one at that. Unlike squats or push-ups, this exercise respects your joints, letting you control every part of the motion. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions, resting for a moment between sets. As your strength improves, work up to 15 repetitions. The secret lies not in speed but in control. Move slowly and deliberately. That's what teaches your muscles stability, not just power. If you need support, place a pillow behind your back or perform a half push, lifting only slightly until you feel comfortable. What makes the chair push-off so beneficial for those over 60 is that it reactivates muscles that aging tends to silence: the quads, glutes, and triceps. These are the same muscles that help you get out of bed, climb stairs, or prevent a fall. It's not just exercise. It's functional training for real life. But there's a deeper benefit to this simple act of pushing yourself up, even slightly, sends a powerful message to your mind. I can lift myself. Each repetition rebuilds not only muscle fibers, but also confidence, coordination, and independence. For many older adults, that confidence is more transformative than any physical change. Now, let's fine-tune your form. Keep your back straight and chest open as you push. Don't hunch forward or strain your neck. Engage your core gently. Imagine drawing your belly button slightly inward as you rise. If your knees ache, try moving your feet a little closer to the chair or placing a folded towel under them for cushioning. If your wrists feel tight, keep your hands flat on your thighs instead of gripping the seat. The movement will still activate your muscles effectively. To increase the challenge safely, you can progress in small ways. Try holding the push-off for 3 to 4 seconds before sitting back down. Or, as your strength builds, hover slightly higher, maybe lifting halfway before returning. Eventually, you might transition into a full sit-to-stand exercise, but only when your body feels ready. Remember, this isn't about rushing. It's about restoring. Here's something beautiful about this movement. It not only strengthens muscles but also boosts circulation and bone health. When you press through your legs and arms, you stimulate the bones in your hips, knees, and wrists, encouraging them to stay dense and strong. This can help slow the natural decline in bone mass that occurs after 60, reducing the risk of fractures or osteoporosis. You might also notice something unexpected. After a few weeks of consistent practice, tasks that once felt tiring begin to feel lighter. Getting out of a low chair, bending to pick up something, even carrying groceries, all start to feel easier. That's because the chair push-off doesn't just train muscles, it retrains your movement patterns. You're teaching your body to rise efficiently again, rediscovering power that may have been lying dormant. Beyond the physical, this exercise has a quiet emotional rhythm. The act of lifting yourself even just a few inches becomes symbolic. It's a daily reminder that strength doesn't disappear with age. It simply asks to be remembered. The effort, the breath, the moment you feel your body rise, they all whisper the same truth. You're still capable, still strong, still growing. Make this a ritual. Do it every morning before your first cup of tea, or in the afternoon when your energy dips. Pair it with the ankle circle and toe flex, recharging energy from the ground up. So, tomorrow morning, when you sit down and feel that familiar weight of the day, remember this: you already have everything you need to rise. Press your palms, tighten your core, lift your heart, and push off. Your body will remember what strength feels like, and with each small rise, you'll rediscover what independence truly means. Have you ever noticed how a day of sitting can make your feet feel cold, your ankles stiff, or your legs heavy, as if your energy just stops flowing at the knees? For people over 60, that sensation is more than discomfort. It's a sign of reduced circulation and muscle activation in the lower limbs. What begins as mild stiffness often leads to poor balance, slower walking, and even a greater. The ankle circle and toe flex may look small, but they carry the wisdom of movement, proof that sometimes the most powerful exercises are the quietest ones. Each circle you draw, Each flex you make sends ripples of strength through your entire body. You're not just moving your feet, you're reigniting your foundation, your energy, your connection to the earth beneath you. So, next time you feel weary or heavy, take a deep breath, lift your foot, and start circling. Feel life return, one motion at a time. From your toes to your heart, from your heart to your spirit, everything begins moving again. Because true vitality doesn't come from youth. It comes from keeping your energy flowing, one gentle step at a time.